Meet Braun, a brand new freshman starting medical school. Not top of the class, just average, but still determined. When Braun started, he found out no letter grades, just pass-fail. Why, he asked. To simulate Step 1, they said, the exam that decides if you can even continue your medical career. Like Step 1, Braun thought it must be a good thing then. So, Braun kept going. Every course ended the same. Pass, pass, pass. There were no red flags, no warnings, just green check marks. But those check marks hid a truth. In pass-fail, a 70 and a 100 look exactly the same. And for Braun, it only meant one thing. I'm doing fine. But in reality, cracks were forming. Then came second year. Step 1 loomed, but Braun wasn't worried. He passed everything. But when he started to review, nothing stuck. Concepts were missing. This wasn't a review. It was starting from scratch. Looking back, Braun never mastered the material. He crammed, he scraped by, he passed, but just barely, and the system never told him otherwise. Every green check mark was really a red flag. Well, the day for Step 1 finally came, and Braun did his best, but he still failed. Not because he didn't try, but because all those invisible cracks finally broke. Braun didn't need this false sense of security from pass-fail. He needed feedback, real signals, warnings, real insight, a chance to see that they were struggling before Step 1 showed the reality to them. But what if there was a way to track feedback? And that's where MedPass comes in. Built by students, for students, MedPass is a predictive learning platform that makes the invisible visible. Instead of the ambiguity of pass-fail grading, MedPass uses real data, smart analytics, and AI supports to find your blind spot early. If Braun only had access to a solution, MedPass could have helped track his performance, generate personalized study plans, and rebuild strong foundations. It's not just about making him pass. It is about preparing with a purpose and a direction. Remember, these will be our doctors for the future. With that in mind, what does this MedPass actually look like? Let's take a closer look.
Here, we have the dashboard, a student's primary source of information and hub for interacting with MedPass. Curriculum is broken up into blocks, with bars denoting progress between subjects. Clicking on a block opens a detailed view, where users are given insight about their performance within that block. The progress overview gives us a composite score of how a user is doing in that block, with key insights on the right. This card tells Braun that he is strong in cardiac physiology, but struggles with heart failure. If we hover over the colored segments, we can see exactly what questions are mastered, learning, and need review. The topic mastery section shows insight on subtopics, particularly strengths, areas for improvement, and high-yield focus. Again, Braun confirms that he excels in cardiac anatomy, but struggles with his high-yield focus, heart failure. Personalized resources defines high-yield topics, or concepts that appear frequently on the Step 1 exam. Users are given weekly goals to meet to promote engagement with these topics. Recommended resources directs users to further reading. At the bottom of the card, users are given the option to study, plan, review, or access resources on a given block. Braun wants to improve his area of weakness, so he will select the Review button. This is Braun's review page. Here, he will be able to review previously answered questions. In addition, Braun is able to select a confidence interval, denoting his certainty about each answer. On Submit, he's provided immediate feedback on his selection. After completing his session, Braun is provided a summary of the review and overall score. After clicking Save, his results are logged. Let's move on to the analytic portion to gauge some of Braun's MedPass stats. This is the analytic view of MedPass. Here, Braun is given insight on some of his MedPass performance stats, such as session lengths, quiz scores, completed lessons, and user ranking. Hovering over dots gives us exact values on a given day. Time ranges can be adjusted using the selector buttons in the upper right, allowing Braun to view data from the past week, month, or longer periods. In the Key Metrics section, clicking on a metric reveals detailed breakdowns showing performance over time and specific insights. This analysis view also provides actionable recommendations to improve performance in that area. Below that, users are shown performance versus personal targets to gauge whether or not goals are being met. At a glance, Braun understands that his session performance is struggling and needs improvement. Finally, the interactive performance analytics graph gives users a more in-depth look at specific metrics across timescales. Like before, hovering at different points reveals exact values. Let's quickly adjust some of Braun's settings. The settings page allows students to change basic user information, including name, email, and bio. Here's an example of changing the bio section. This page also allows users to adjust preferences and toggle accessibility settings. MedPass is ADA compliant and follows FERPA guidelines to ensure protection of user information and accessibility for all backgrounds. As an example, we will quickly toggle the display to light mode. Finally, we'll take a look at the calendar feature. Finally, this is MedPass's calendar. This feature will allow Braun to communicate his schedule to MedPass. After clicking Add Event, Braun can specify the title of his event, give a short description, set a start and end time, and so on. The view can also be adjusted to show events over a month, week, or day. Once events are added, Braun can generate a study plan, which creates a study schedule around Braun's availability, desired session length, strengths, weaknesses, user-specified focus areas, and any other notes. As an example, Braun might want extra practice with pharmacology and wants to learn a little bit of every area in each session. As such, he will enter this into the focus areas and notes fields.
Thanks to MedPass, Braun finally saw the gaps and filled them. No more guessing, no more last-minute cramming. Just smart, personalized learning with the confidence to pass Step 1. And lastly, Braun and the MedPass team would like to thank you for seeing his journey to passing and our project to support future doctors.